Still hearing it.
Sweet. I think we're just about up and running then. Aside from my complete and utter lack of preparation, as usual. It's fine. We've been off for a while. We're going to ease our way back into this.
Yeah, right?
Just like I do with exercise.
Yep.
Just
One step at a time.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Get my blood flowing. Splash water in my eye. I hate this new water bottle now.
Splash water in your eye? Stupid new water bottle.
Okay.
All right.
As Petty would say, I have cheese hands. It's not the water bottle's fault. Clumsy.
Cheese hands. That's a good saying.
It's Bulgarian saying. There's some Bulgarian controversy we can bring up today, actually, too, while we're scrapping for content in the later stages of the pod, right?
Yeah, that's good. Always good to have something in the back pocket.
Right? But until then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 33, I believe, of Soccer Situations. I am Todd.
And I'm Alex.
Yeah. We've been on hiatus for a little bit, but we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
The football has gone away, but we are back.
Yeah, a lot of football's happened since we were last here, so there's still plenty to talk about. Lots to talk about. I figured we'd do this a little loosey-goosey and meander a little all over the place.
Yeah, it's fine.
Feel free to wander over past headlines that you may have wanted to cover that we missed.
Okay.
Yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
Feel free to cover anything outside of soccer. We're in the midst of an international break. We're at the cusp of an international break.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Does that mean the beginning? But anyway.
Players are just getting to their...
My point is, it's a long time
teams.
before we have real football again, so talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I have at least one non-related, soccer-related issue to bring up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. Well, let's hit the headlines first.
All right.
And then we'll meander. So this week in soccer, actually, Erling Haaland hits a milestone, maybe his most impressive milestone yet. Ange Postecoglou gets his first taste of Spursiness. And we had a blue-on-blue instant classic. Is this the dawn of a new oligarch derby?
Ooh.
Right?
Tasty.
And with that...
Tasty stuff.
Soccer situation.
We'll figure it out.
Episode of Rustiness, folks. Just like Liverpool kicking off at 6:30 after an international break.
That's tradition.
Should we kick off the episode with complaints?
Yeah, complaint section.
Now, you said you had something to talk about outside of the world of footy. What do you got?
Oh, outside of the world of footy. I don't know if you've been paying attention. It is somewhat related to the Premier League because it's in England, I guess. But have you paid attention to this hockey player that died on the ice?
I heard. I can't say I've been paying attention actively.
So first of all, I'll just say Adam Johnson, ex-NHL player, was playing in the UK in their pro league. Ooh! Water bottle down. Yeah, unfortunately, had a skate blade come up high and catch him in the neck, and he later died from those injuries, prompting a whole bunch of push for neck guards and push for all this player safety and all these things.
Yeah.
I know there's a few players in the NHL who have been wearing neck guards as a statement.
Oh, really?
Already.
I didn't know that.
Which is interesting. The biggest twist in this whole story now is they've just arrested the guy who did it.
No way.
Yeah, so they arrested him on manslaughter charges.
Whoa.
I have not seen. I've only seen stills. I haven't dug up the guts to go through and find an actual video, unedited video, because I don't really want to watch that. But I've seen stills of the action. It's hard to tell from that what it is.
Yeah.
But apparently the player has a violent reputation, and his foot was thrust up. In an upward motion.
Out?
They think that he may have kicked out on purpose.
Whoa.
Which could be insane.
That's wild, dude.
Could be very insane.
Imagine what's going through that guy's head if he kicked out in a temper tantrum and
just in a
sliced
heat of the moment sports thing. He just kicked out. You know, it's same as like if he was just gonna throw a random punch at somebody while they're playing.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, there
Yeah.
are so many jokes to be made about the wrong Adam Johnson getting this,
yeah,
you know, and
perfect.
British
There's the tie.
skating ability.
Yeah.
But
amateur hockey league
the
over
story got I would have spent 20 minutes probably roasting the idea of British people playing hockey, and of course this is bound to happen. But I feel like this story just got a lot more serious. We can't really joke about it.
Yeah, it takes a dark turn.
We need to
that
forward
I
this one
did
on to
not-
My Favorite Murder.
Right?
Yeah.
I am very interested to see where this goes, because I just don't know what to think. Like nothing. This is so unprecedented. It's literally like a horror movie or like an action movie. You would see this happen. Like you don't see this happen in real life.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what cop show this would be on.
Yeah, Law and Order.
Yeah.
They do it all.
Yeah, I guess so. That's yeah.
That's too easy though.
Yeah, no, it would be.
I mean,
Damn, I was hoping to have a more niche one.
They're
but-
like Simpsons did it, you know.
yeah, exactly.
They've done it all.
It's true. That's pretty
but
wild,
wild story,
dude.
yeah. And it happened in Nottingham, so it was.
Huh.
Yeah, it's wild stuff. Super sad for. I know there's been a bunch of mourning and.
Do you think it was a descendant of the sheriff
It's
of
just
Nottingham?
it's possible.
It's a Robin Hood reference, Alex.
It's too quick for me at the moment. It's too quick.
The Rewatchables, one of my favorite other podcasts, recently did the Kevin Costner classic, which I think you said you haven't seen.
No, I've seen it's just been since I was a child.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it.
So
yeah.
anyway, the Sheriff of Nottingham has been on my brain. It's not,
Not just out of nowhere.
that's just a casual reference. Alan Rickman's genius performance. Do you know apparently they had to cut out a bunch of Rickman from the original edit of the movie because they thought he just overshadowed Kevin Costner
It was
so
too
much.
much.
They thought it was going to be a blow to Costner's ego. They're like, we got to tone down Rickman a little bit. And
Damn.
in the final cut, Rickman still dominates.
Still the best.
I think Roger Ebert said, and this is all, I'm like playing telephone from Rewatchables, so I'm probably going to butcher their quotes. I think Roger Ebert said that a lot has been written about Alan Rickman out-acting Kevin Costner in their scenes. Well, let me tell you, everyone in every scene is out-acting Kevin Costner in this movie.
Damn.
Yeah, Ebert, dude,
Dunked on him, dude.
savage.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, he's a nice old man. But if he didn't like a movie, he's going to go for it, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't hold back. That's why he was good at what he did. Yeah, that's all I really had for out of football news. Actually, you know, we could drop a quick mention for the old Detroit Lions, I think, on here as well. I think they deserve a mention on this pod.
Talk about the Lions a little bit, Alex.
Detroit Lions, 7-2 now.
Okay.
This is unprecedented territory.
How
as
many
Lions
games are in
fans.
an NFL season
Oh
again?
my
Are we
God.
in the
I
home
honestly,
stretch?
it's funny. I know it's changed recently, so
Oh, it
I
has?
don't even know. That's how out of the loop I am with the NFL. But yeah, as like a diehard childhood Lions fan
Yeah.
who like kind of, you know, gave up watching while living in Chicago for a bit.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling seeing like the nation talk about the Lions and like them actually be legit.
Yeah, during that last Lions game, they did something good, and the commentator said like, "This team can win the Super Bowl" or something like that.
Yeah,
And
there's a
I
ton
was
of people
like,
saying that
what
they
did
can
guy
win a Super
just
Bowl
say?
now.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's a bizarre feeling.
Hmm.
I don't think any Lions fans predicted this as much as people liked Dan Campbell after last season.
Yeah, so
I don't think anyone predicted the success.
is this a Leicester City title or charge, or is this a sustained project?
I think it's a sustained project.
Okay.
I do. That's why I don't think they'll win a Super Bowl this year,
Yeah.
even though they're.
You think
They
they might?
are
You
a
think they
legit
might get
team.
to the show and choke?
I think they're gonna be. I would think they will win at least a playoff game this year.
Yeah.
I think they'll win a playoff game, which is huge. They haven't done that since '97 or whatever, like
Sure.
the early '90s.
How
They
many
won
playoff
a game,
games do you
91.
have to win to get to the Super Bowl?
So it's. I mean, it depends if you are a wild card team or not.
Okay, give me
Wild
the
card
simple
teams
version.
play. So there's.
Alex always has to NFL it on me and add six
it's
more
just
rules.
like it's So it'd be 3 games and then the Super Bowl, right? So 4 total,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's not an NHL
It's-
marathon.
No, it's not. Like
It's
I mean,
a
yeah,
handful of big games.
it's a handful of big games. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
No, but- yeah.
Hmm.
I probably sound like an idiot, but that's all right. We're not an NFL podcast.
No, I don't think so. I think you generally know.
Yeah, it's football.
Yeah. What else is worth talking about? It's been so long. We missed the chance to talk about all the Star Citizen stuff that came out. All the YouTubers.
Yeah, we were
have
big
pretty
hype
well
on
covered
Star
that.
Citizen for a while there.
Yeah, the really niche, weird, half-built, mostly broken video game that we spend too much time and money playing. Sort of a big space box game. Had a big convention, Citizen Con.
They put on a hell of a show.
And they announced, a new physics. Well, not a new physics engine, but they sort of showed off the latest iteration of their physics engine.
Yeah.
And then a half-an-hour demonstration of the single-player campaign that pretty much caught
looked pretty
all
awesome.
of gaming internet's attention.
Yeah, that was actually a big moment for them, I think.
Mhm.
Like every major streamer gamer was talking about it or watching it on their stream. Or
Yeah.
that's a huge moment for them
Totally.
because
And
it's
it was-
kind of a niche game up until now.
Yeah, and not only niche, but you could say its reputation is actually negative because a lot of people think it's a scam because it's been in development for a decade and they've raised $500 million
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
not even close to done. But they showed exactly where that money has been going, and now I think people are like, "Oh, okay, I get it. They actually
Yeah.
are doing some crazy
They're
stuff
purchasing
with this money."
studios. They're innovating things in gaming that we've never seen before.
Yeah, they're building a game to a scale that's never been done.
Yeah.
That was kind of the main takeaway from all the big streamers like Doc. They were all just like, "Whoa,
this
okay.
is real. These guys aren't messing around.
yeah,
They're going for it.
yeah." So buy yourself some flight sticks
Yeah,
and
jump into the PU.
buy yourself a digital spaceship that costs too much.
Costs
and
too much money.
See you in the verse.
Yeah, flying.
See our spaceship, my spaceship
Oh,
in
yeah.
the background right there. Actually,
It's a beautiful ship.
it's a nice one.
When are you gonna get that paint job, your award-winning paint job on there?
Next week we'll see. It's best
Best in show.
best in show next week. Anyway,
Yeah. Star Citizen. Do we have anything else?
it was my birthday on Sunday.
Yeah, Todd got older
I don't
while
like
we were
to
away.
talk about that too much. I had a nice chill birthday though. Appreciated the candy drop from Alex.
Yeah,
I worked on my birthday because I'm a good American.
Yeah, as we
Gotta
should.
grind for the country's economy. But yeah, I came home and it was a little bit. It was like a downsized version of when Seth is greeting Jay Baruchel at the beginning.
It's true.
Of This is the end. Nice, clean, polished, freshly loaded and iced bong.
Yeah.
An array of my favorite candies.
Yeah.
What else do you need, dude?
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah, it was great.
Maggie dropped off a pretty bomb lasagna.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Fresh lasagna.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I got another piece of Liverpool merch.
Another piece of Liverpool.
James
Lovely.
will be happy. He complains we don't wear enough soccer merch on the
Sorry,
soccer
James.
show.
It's because I'm too fat for all of my soccer merch right now, James. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. I've backslid on my exercise, that's for sure.
I've
Depression
definitely
month.
plateaued now. I had a little burst and now I'm just stagnating.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
It'll get there.
I'm feeling, I'm ready to get back to the gym a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we got to beat this seasonal depression somehow,
I feel like
right?
it's already on me.
Dude, yeah, the darkness is really taking hold right now.
Well, starting the way it did.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
start off great.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
come out with it. Bruce the cat passed away a few weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Definitely part of the hiatus, a reason for hiatus.
Definitely. I'm struggling right now.
Yeah,
But I was gonna
yeah,
say,
still sad.
I don't want to be like a soccer podcaster on the internet crying about his dead cat. Because the internet's forever, and that is just begging to be memed for all
Yeah.
eternity by the meanest people on the internet.
Yeah, Redditors.
So I
the
gotta-
Redditors will get us.
Gotta play it cool. I gotta turn into Michigan
but,
Dad and
you just
suppress
gotta-
my emotions.
You just gotta channel Mark Maron. Mark's had some tragic losses
oh
of
my
cats.
god, dude!
And he gets through it. He
if I-
talks about it.
Oh my god! If I get as real as Marin about the cats, dude, this will be a whole different.
This
podcast.
will be a cat podcast.
I gotta restrict that to the Patreon, maybe. If you guys want to hear me weep about the cats, maybe take this
Yeah,
to
we
the
could do
Patreon.
a Patreon episode for Bruce.
Speaking of which, we owe our Patreon subscribers a lot.
A lot of
Yeah,
episodes.
so we got plans. I've made plans, and we've got ideas, and it's gonna be fun soon.
Yeah.
Patreon, the app, recently kind of redesigned a little bit too. It's a little bit nicer to use.
I haven't been on it in a little bit. It's funny,
Mm-hmm.
actually, because I am subscribed to 2 Patreons.
Yeah, it's funny. I went to listen to Valley Heat's Patreon, and for some reason it had unsubscribed. I don't know if I had it on an old debit card.
Yeah,
or
just
something.
like missed a payment or something.
Yeah. But anyway, so I resubscribed to that and
Nice.
noticed that some stuff had been
They've
polished
revamped
up
it.
a little bit. Yeah.
Didn't they redo the logo?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
like weird little blurb P
Yeah.
looking thing now. Very strange.
But anyway, patreon.com/soccer situations. Sign up. There's going to be fun stuff happening
Yeah.
there. Should we dive into the football?
Yeah, why not? Let's get into it.
We picked a pretty good time to come back in terms
True.
of our own personal morale because
Upswing.
each of our team has had some lows. And we had a good upswing this weekend. We both picked up some pretty nice wins.
Yeah, pretty
And we-
comfortable wins.
Both Arsenal and Liverpool sit 1 point off the leaders, Manchester City. 12 games played going into another international break with
gotta be
Liverpool
feeling
to
good.
play City on the other side of it.
Huge.
12 games played, 1 point off the top.
Gotta feel good.
Feel great about it, considering that Liverpool really haven't gotten out of second gear, to be honest.
No, they haven't. I feel like it's been getting closer.
Better.
It's
yeah.
getting like you can see things clicking.
Sure.
But they haven't really shown everything they have yet.
We've still been rotating the midfield a lot due to injury, suspension, and yada yada. McAllister's out suspended right now. I guess we're diving into Liverpool-Brentford right now. Why not?
Yeah,
I
why
didn't
not?
mean to bully that, but let's
That's
do
fine.
it.
Let's dive in.
Liverpool 3, Brentford 0.
Could have been a lot more.
Yeah, Brentford is almost like black and white, home and away.
Yeah.
They haven't been beaten at home in a very long time.
There's
But
yeah.
on the road, I feel like they're going to cause us a lot of trouble, and then it ends up being routine sometimes, and this was one of those.
Yeah, they didn't. It's funny because I just pulled up the stat. I clicked on the stats and I'm looking at it, and the shot they have way more shots than I would have ever expected.
Late in the game, they really pushed.
Because it was from the first half was definitely pure dominance. But I mean, Liverpool should have had 3 to 4 in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. You could say it was a game of two halves. Statistically, I think Matip and Virgil had one of their best games in a really, really long time.
Okay.
They were absolutely dominant.
Just bossed.
But in the second half, I think we did sit back and just kind of let Virgil and Joel do that thing. And, Brentford did have a lot of pressure.
I was just picturing now. Matip, is he suspended on the yellow card that he got? Because his reaction to getting that yellow card was so absurd and over the top.
No, he does that sometimes, dude. He's so melodramatic.
It was like I thought he was getting a red because I didn't see the card yet,
Yeah.
and he's losing it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, did he just do something to get a red?
Yeah,
What is happening?
No, he randomly does that sometimes, and it's funny because he's such a calm, funny guy usually.
Yeah, he seems the most chill guy ever, but
Like, very intellectual and calm and funny. But when he feels there's a genuine injustice, he cannot deal with it.
he really lost it over that call.
Yeah, it's pretty
It
funny.
was very funny to watch.
Super funny stuff.
I
love
was
that
convinced
guy.
he was getting sent off by his reaction.
Right?
It was good stuff, though. Mo Salah with 2 more goals, still
Salah.
in form.
Salah continues to light it up. I'm fully on board. This summer I was like, get rid of him, get him out of here.
It's true. Yeah,
I wasn't.
you weren't shy about saying it would be a smart move to sell him on. I think, when you're looking at a business aspect, it's still not a dumb call to say what you said.
No, I don't think so at all.
But-
and I still think it's a tough call if a bid of like 250, if a stupid bid comes
How do you turn it down?
250 mil in January, even if we're in a title race, like you have to kind of sit there and think about that for a minute.
Because even if you sell him and you spend 120 mil on a new player in January, you're still making a huge profit.
It's a huge profit, but it is a dent in our title chances.
It's true.
The way he's playing.
He is kind of showing old form right now, and kind of old, but like in a new style of form.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's popped in a couple goals recently, but it's been noted he's been way more generous with the passing and with the assists.
Yeah.
Been slinging that ball all over the place. The argument for letting him go is that we have a lot of goals all over the team now where we used to not. Goals from midfield, goals from other forwards. We have so many forwards now.
It's true.
But, man, Salah's been so good.
Yeah, it'd be hard, and honestly, it would be hard for the ownership to
survive
let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think FSG's ego let them sell if we're in a title race.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they could.
They're competitive. They're actually competitive for as much as Scousers like to shit on them.
Yeah.
For
they
being
do want to
Yanks.
win things.
They want to win stuff, dude.
Yeah.
And if it's looking good come January, they're going to be a hype.
Yeah, they should be hype right now already.
Yeah.
Like has to be going way better than they thought it was going to be going.
Right?
This early on in a rebuild. For
Yeah.
it to look like it's coming together.
Yeah. Let's see what else happened in that Liverpool game. I guess nothing too notable. We can let's move on to. Do you want to talk about Arsenal?
Yeah, we can talk about the Arsenal game.
You can tell I'm not working from my notes. I don't remember what games order the games were played in.
Yeah. Arsenal, yes, Arsenal 3-1 over Burnley. Fairly comfortable overall. Burnley, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're another classic team coming up trying to play like their way, like their style. They're playing out from the back and like trying to play beautiful football, but they're just not. They don't have the skill to do it.
Right.
I love seeing Trossard in with the goals again.
Yeah.
Another timely goal, like right at halftime. Like
Clutch
beautiful. Player. Always a timely goal from him. Zinchenko, beautiful karate kick. That karate kick finish was hilarious.
Super funny.
Notable
finishes, good win.
Good win. Poor Fabio Vieira. Just a moment for him because this was a time for him where actually he could get a run in the team. Havertz hasn't been great. Odegaard's out. This could have been a moment for him to get like a run in the team starting, and he comes on and just a reckless high foot and sent off, suspended for 3 games.
Right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
I was confused for a second. Like, what is Alex building up to here?
No.
That was super unlucky. Just kind of grazed him on the knee.
Just reaching in for a ball stupidly when he was never going to win it and catching a guy in the knee.
Yeah. Speaking of Odegaard being out, did you hear what happened? Got smacked in the face with a shot in practice, in training, and is mandated out from concussion protocol.
I did not see this.
Failed some concussion testing.
I knew something very strange happened because it was a very sudden drop. Where did you read that? I hadn't seen that yet.
I think on The Athletic.
Okay. That's crazy. I know he didn't go away with Norway as well. He was staying back to work with the Arsenal team.
Yeah,
so.
he must have been he must have failed concussion tests from that.
Damn, that's scary.
For them to drop him like that. Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he'll be okay if he takes the time.
Yeah.
And it's good he'll have an international break.
Yeah, it's actually the perfect time for that.
Vibe out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good because we definitely could use him back in form.
Yeah, dude, he's the best.
He's been on fire. I know he's had a little dip in form before he got hurt, but he definitely is the heartbeat of that team.
Dude, Odegaard's a Rolls Royce, man. He's so good.
He's so good.
It's not debatable anymore. He's not growing into it. Like, no, he's one of the best midfielders in the league.
In every game that I've seen so far that the people have been disappointed in his performances, I'm pretty certain he's been marked out of the game purposely.
Sure.
Like they double him the entire match.
Sure.
So he just they can't play through him, and that's the only time I've seen him struggle.
Yeah.
And any player is going to have those struggles against that when people are sitting on top of him all game.
Right.
It's hard to get involved. So, but you'd think you have the squad depth to take care of that anywhere elsewhere. Just move the ball around him.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's a player we definitely could use back. Hopefully by the end of this international break. Can shake off the headache. Poor guy.
Who do you come back against?
We come back against Brentford.
Oh, fun.
Look at that.
Are you at Brentford or at home? As I discussed.
We are away to Brentford.
Uh-oh, that's complicated then.
That's tough. That's tough coming back from a break.
Yeah.
Hopefully the players come back ready.
Still no Ivan Toney at least.
Yeah, thank God.
Do you think he'll play for Brentford again? Or is he just going to move in January without ever kicking a ball for them again?
It's starting to feel like he's just going to move before he ever gets back on the pitch for them.
That's a shame. He's so iconic for them, dude.
Yeah. Unless, that's the thing. I keep saying, I would think, maybe people don't want to spend the money on him, but now with clubs with all this money, it's like, it just feels like inevitable somebody's going to buy him.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to see him never play for Brentford again. I'd like to see him get at least one more match under his belt before he moves on.
Yeah. They came up and made it such a statement a few years ago and then really kind of held that place and held their style, and he's been the talisman of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's just gotten better and better as they've settled into the league.
Yeah.
He's just gotten more and more dominant.
Yeah, it's no fluke.
He's definitely going to get a big move, so
yeah, for sure.
Good for him.
Right?
By the way, I don't know how we forgot what the first match of the weekend was.
I know what it is. Yeah, I know. I was looking for a transition.
I don't know how we forgot this one.
Yeah, do you want to move on to the match that really kicked off the weekend exactly the way we dream of kicking off a weekend usually?
We needed this one.
Yeah, just
the weekend before was not an ideal weekend.
Just an elated result, a surprise, a roller
Surprise
coaster
elation.
ride. And it's the kind, it's like the
best
first
kind.
time you take ecstasy and it really hits you and you're like, oh my God.
This is how
I knew
it feels?
it was called that and I knew it was supposed to feel like this, but oh my God.
This is legit ecstasy.
Of course, we're talking about Tottenham conceding 2 goals in added time to lose to Wolves. Or Wolves
2, Tottenham 1.
Tottenham 1. It was at Wolves, right?
It was, yes.
Yeah. Funny game. The thing is, Tottenham deserved to lose that game.
They did.
Did you watch it? Wolves well on top
I
throughout.
missed the first half.
Tons of opportunities for Wolves in the first half.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Like Tottenham has possession, but all the shots and everything lean toward Wolves.
Yeah, dude. Wolves had so many chances. So I guess the headline or the story for this game is that it's kind of the first run of Postecoglou's gauntlet without James Maddison, without Van de Ven. They've got players out to injury
so many players
and
out.
suspension. So many players out.
Romero's out.
Huge defenders out.
There's
their best midfielders out.
Yeah. It's a big time for them.
It's a brutal time for Tottenham. Not as brutal as it is for Newcastle at the moment. But everyone looked at Tottenham's fixture list here, and it's tough. And as I said, Ange experienced his first taste of Spursiness this week.
Yeah,
with just utter collapse at the end.
Yeah, that was his first real taste, and it'll be interesting to see now, like how he responds. How does he bounce back? How does he weather the storm? Because I don't think it's not getting easier.
Yeah.
Without those players back.
I got to say, it's kind of smugly, a couple games back when Tottenham went down to 9 men.
Yeah.
And they were being praised for keeping that super, super high line, like on the half line with 9 men.
Yeah.
And Ange was like, this is just us. This is how we're going to play no matter what. I was like, did he actually just overplay his hand right here?
Right.
Because there's so many Sean Dyches out there in the world. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, dude, you're going to do that? I got an answer for that.
I have a perfect answer for that.
If your philosophy is really that simple,
yeah,
then I've got this figured out. Do you think Ange overplayed his hand there? And do you think...
It's possible. It's possible he's going to struggle mightily against some of these teams.
I was going to say, do you think he's going to reassess that statement at the end of this run with these injuries and suspensions? Do you think he's going to revisit that this is who we are statement? And be like, you know what? Sometimes we need to make adjustments.
Yeah, he might have to. He might be humbled into doing it by this run.
We'll see.
They've
dropped 3 places already?
Yeah. We've seen a lot of managers say this is the way I play or this is our identity and it not work. Like people figure it out and you have to have a plan B, plan C. You can't just in this league people figure you out so quick.
Yeah, I mean Klopp is an example.
Yeah.
He came with a pretty stiff identity. It had its ups and downs, and it had its successes, obviously.
Of course.
But he has had to adapt it since. Like, people did figure it out.
Yeah, once teams figure you out, or they figure out your triggers or who you play. I was just saying, Odegaard gets marked out of games sometimes.
Lump it past our press, and
yeah.
Boom. Don Carlo Ancelotti, he said it. He's like, I don't believe in having a philosophy. I think he said something like that. He's like,
awesome.
I believe you have to adjust to the players you have.
It's true. Yeah, you kind of have to just look at what you got, look at your ingredients, and figure out whatever formation works best for the talent in your squad.
Yeah,
he's a genius for a reason. It's the reason he wins everywhere he goes.
That's 2 tough losses in a row for Tottenham.
Yeah, brutal. And yeah, it's a joy, but it's a hard lesson. They're still building. They're building their thing under there. They can hold on for a little while longer.
My prediction is coming true, but it's way too soon to be smug about it.
Yeah, for sure.
When they were talking about being title contenders just recently, I was like, "You've been here before, Tottenham.
Yeah, it's true.
You've been
they
here
haven't learned that lesson.
You've been here at Christmas before. You're getting premature.
Yeah, they've been there pretty late in the season.
Yeah, so
we'll
see. Good team. We can't shit on them. Postecoglou has earned our respect and love.
It's true,
and
he's a very likable man, and he's got a team playing well.
He's got a tough challenge on his plate. We're gonna giggle at them a little bit.
Yeah,
And
part of the fun.
look, Liverpool did not get much sympathy when we literally had to sign League One emergency loan center backs.
Yeah,
You know?
it's true.
So
It's true. It happens to every team.
part of the game.
But yeah, speaking of, you brought Newcastle up in the injury crisis.
Yeah.
They also were feeling it with 2-0 loss to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Also struggling without some of their main stars.
Should we go through it? I'm going to have to Google it.
Their whole team.
Yeah. But it's an impressive
It's a pretty hard list.
list.
It's hard for me to feel bad for them lately because I'm still salty about things that happened when we weren't podding. Some VAR controversies against those assholes.
I mean, dude,
So I don't feel too bad for them. But
dude, run it back if you want to. Like I said, this is a loosey-goosey episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is relevant just because the PGMOL did release, or they released like the audio and video and of them talking today.
Yeah.
And it didn't make me feel any better.
Sure.
It made me feel I was still as furious as I ever was about it.
You don't feel convinced by it?
No.
I thought it was like
For a moment. There's parts of it that are convincing, but I still just I don't see how that Gabriel push in the back is not a foul.
Right.
It does not make sense to me.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I don't care if he's leaning forward already because he's stooping to try and get in for a header.
Mm-hmm.
He has two hands extended, pushed into his back. It's clear as day.
Yeah.
Any other time, that's given immediately. If it's in the box as a offensive player getting shoved, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
If it's in the box the other way, it's a free kick. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Not to mention, I'm still just furious that nobody is talking about the Bruno Guimaraes
Elbow.
forearm shiver to the side of
Right.
Jorginho's head that would have changed the entire outcome of that match.
Incredibly dirty.
Way more than the goal at the end.
He's sprinting at Jorginho like a missile. It's so obvious.
Clear rage in his face. He's
throwing
clearly
a temper tantrum.
Yeah, because he gets up because somebody either stole the ball from him or something, and he gets up in a rage.
Yeah.
And just sprints straight towards Jorginho and throws an elbow into the side of his head.
Yeah.
And that was just completely ignored.
Right. It's unbelievable. I thought I was taking crazy pills. I was like, they're going to look at that after the game at least. The league is going to suspend him. No one even
Even now,
about it.
no one's talking about it.
It's
They're
insane.
only talking about that goal situation.
Yeah, that's super insane.
This is some like weird U.S. government shit where they like are throwing some completely smoke bomb over here so to distract us from what actually happened.
It's not the richest government in the world. It's the second richest. The Saudi government, Alex.
The Saudis.
Saudis are buying football, dude. It's happening. They got themselves
feels
a
like
World
it.
Cup already, 2034. Australia bailed out. Are bailed out, so now Saudi Arabia is uncontested for 2034. So we're gonna have, even though we just had a horrible Desert World Cup, we're gonna have another one that's gonna be even worse, even more religious fundamentalist.
Yeah, even less fun to attend, even more horrific to build stadiums in. And
right.
Yeah.
7,000 died for Qatar. I wonder how many they can kill to build in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Right.
It's gonna be a lot. But anyway, back to the football. Let's run down this injury and suspension list.
Yeah.
It is insane.
We'll after ranting about being furious at Newcastle, we'll give them a little break here.
Yeah. Well, let's call it karma. Karma has suspended Sandro Tonali for betting violations.
Ooh, yeah, I forget about that one too.
Potential return.
Ouch.
Never. Well,
No,
2024. they're
Long
saying,
time away.
Next year. Jacob Murphy, shoulder. Dan Burns, shoulder. Sven Botman. Harvey Barnes. Callum Wilson. Guimaraes suspended for 5 yellows. Miguel Almiron, thigh. Alexander Isak, groin, hip, pelvic. Manquillo, groin, hip, pelvic. And Matty Target, thigh. That's a huge
Holy
list.
cow, that's a lot of players.
I say key players being, Isak, Almiron, Guimaraes, Wilson, Barnes, Dan Burn, Jacob Murphy, Tonali. There's a lot.
Those are all like starting players.
It's the spine of the team.
Yeah.
That's the spine of the team, dude. That's brutal.
Yeah, that's really hard. That's really hard to come back from.
Right.
And you can see why they had a hard time against Bournemouth. Dominic Solanke.
That's a truly epic injury plague right there.
That is brutal. That's
Biblical.
one of the worst. Well, oh well.
Right. In other news, Adidas collaborated with Roy Keane to
Oh, I
roll
saw
out
that
a
post
line
you
of like
posted.
old man fisherman wear. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, it was sick,
It's
dude.
awesome, right? How
I
bad do you
love
want
it.
that? I'm gonna buy some of that stuff.
Also, how mad does it make you that Roy Keane's so cool? In
No,
his
I
old
love
age,
Roy
dude?
Keane.
He
It's
looks
never
so
made
awesome.
me mad. It's never made me mad. I'm a Roy Keane
He's so
apologist,
cool.
dude.
Well, now that I know that Ian Wright hangs out at his house for dinner all the time, I'm loving it. Just the fact of like grumpy Roy Keane and Ian Wright's happy ass sitting in a house together.
Yeah, dude, that's the best.
What a funny relationship that is.
Someone get a camera in that house.
Yeah,
Keane would never
make a
allow
show.
it.
No. But they should do like a sitcom show of those two.
Yeah, yeah,
I would watch that.
yeah.
So
It'd be
all day.
incredible, dude. Put Carragher as the wacky neighbor, dude.
Yeah.
Put him in the house next door.
Oh,
I think we're onto something here.
Thierry coming in as the
mailman.
The
Terry's the mailman. He comes by and just says something smooth and real cool every
Gives a
now and
funny
then.
look.
He's like, "Yeah,
and heads out on his
what's
way.
he got it? Got the package for you." Slide it over. You sling it real good. He'll kick his package.
Yeah, like flip it up
perfectly
and
through a window, dude.
like the old Nike commercials of him running around the houses.
The best.
Classics.
The absolute best. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but great fashion
We
line.
probably have more games to talk about, but yeah, that Adidas line is sick, dude.
Yeah.
And I love Roy Keane as like an Ernest Hemingway, old man of the sea, modeling clothes.
He's
kinda
owning
shit,
it,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
He's really owning it. He's
good
pulling it
stuff.
off.
Yeah.
It's
Excellent, excellent stuff.
awesome. I think I mean the one match we should definitely talk about.
Oh yeah, one of
is
the best or most epic matches.
Chelsea Man City.
Chelsea
not.
4, Man City 4.
Complete insanity.
Right? Chelsea resurgent, or was this game just so chaotic that we don't know yet?
I think it's too hard to tell from what just happened. Like what just happened there.
Right.
It was too chaotic. It
Yeah.
was. I mean, it gets glimpses of brilliance. It's
Mm-hmm.
glimpses of attacking power.
Yeah. Did
but
you have a
also
favorite moment?
calamity? I really enjoyed the drama around the Cole Palmer penalty.
Yeah, for sure.
It was fantastic.
Well, yeah, because City had only gone up when did they get
So City was up in the 86th minute. They took the lead.
they thought they won it then.
Yeah.
That was it.
It was basically
they
wrapped
celebrated
up.
like they won.
Yeah. And Cole Palmer gets the 90 plus 5 penalty.
Yeah.
That was it was just fun to watch because the drama of him being like because he was at City and he wasn't like a regular at City, so like they'd never really respected him.
Yeah.
And I mean we've seen the way those assholes disrespect Zinchenko every time they come to the Emirates or
For sure.
So they definitely have big brother energy.
Yeah.
And you could see them trying to pull shit and bully him and like fuck with his head.
Did you see what he did?
When he tried to get into their huddle
Yeah.
for the yeah.
Super fun.
Which honestly says a lot about that kid.
Yeah.
That he's got ego. He's got a big ego.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
he like was willing to fuck with them
Yeah.
and then step up and take that penalty.
Yeah. He might
Pretty-
just have friends in the squad.
It's true.
Holland is visibly laughing when he's pushing him away.
Howland clearly loves it because
Haaland's a
Howland's
cool dude.
he enjoys a character. He
Yeah.
enjoys a laugh.
We have to come on to him because it was the moment of the weekend, really.
Yeah.
Holland hit a new milestone. Maybe my favorite milestone. He scored his first goal with his taint.
Yeah.
He said he scored
He
with
scored
his
with
balls.
his balls, which
Yeah.
is very. I love that
He
he said
never
he
scored with his balls. Yeah. But he looked like he scored with his taint, dude, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, he just sliding in and it just like his legs just go perfectly apart and it just boom.
And I love that he loves it. But the funniest thing about it for me is the commentator acting like it didn't happen at all. They're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, he's just gotten enough on it, I think." And they say,
And you're like-
I'll have to cut to the clip. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
pull the audio in time for this, but the commentator does not acknowledge at all
That it
he
came off
scored
his
it with his balls or his taint. They act like it's a normal goal. It's pretty funny.
That is quite the funny moment, and the fact that he acknowledged it afterward.
Yeah. And the slow motion replay, the camera is like in the goal, so it's
Yeah,
like almost
it's
up
like
his
straight up.
crotch.
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's very
And
funny.
I like Erling Haaland. I wish I didn't like him so much.
Me too.
He's such a cool dude.
He's amazing. I like randomly was scrolling through YouTube videos and there was a recommendation of a video. It was like Holland and Grealish talking about something.
Oh, yeah?
And it started autoplaying and I was like, oh, I'll watch this for a second. And I was like, I can't turn it off because Holland's just so cool.
Is he
dude.
being funny?
He's so funny. First of all, Jack Grealish sounds so weird. He just sounds so different than I expected him to sound, looking like he does.
It's that, what do they call it? What, is it a Brummie accent? What's the
I think you're
Birmingham
right. I think it's
accent?
Brummy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a weird accent. But then Erling's just so charismatic.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
He's
He's really something special.
yeah, he's awesome.
It's annoying because you can tell he's so good at football. It's not a coincidence that he seems really intelligent and funny too. You're that good at football because you're intelligent. He's the movement, the run.
Yeah, he's not just a
everything.
physical specimen.
Yeah.
He's a very intelligent footballer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he's such a likable guy.
Right.
I just can't wait for his next chapter in football.
Exactly.
That's all I can't wait. I can't wait to see where he goes next.
Right. We look
Because
forward
I'm sick
to
of
that.
this chapter.
Yeah, don't like it at City. This is not an endorsement of Manchester
This
City.
is not a fun chapter in his history,
No.
but he's a fun guy.
But he's a likable dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Much like Postecoglou at Tottenham.
Yeah.
We've got
This
some
is a dark
we've got
patch
some
in his
homies
history
behind
that,
enemy
you know.
lines right now.
He'll find greener pastures.
Yeah.
He'll grow out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this is a wild match. It was fun. Man. It's funny because honestly, in the first half, I was kind of sleepy on the couch, and I tried to nap, and then chaos just started happening, and I was like, woke up. I was like, all right, I can't sleep. This match is too good.
That's
There's
pretty funny.
literally something happening at every moment. It was like pure chaos, and then the second half with the downpouring rain that like never seems to end in England, what made it seem even more dramatic with like a serious downpour happening.
Yeah, dude, they've been getting some weather lately. I think it was
feel
the
like every
League Cup
weekend.
game or something. Yeah, I think it was a League Cup game Liverpool were in where when they cut to the wide shot, it just looked like a hurricane, dude. It looked
Every
like Karate
weekend
Kid
of
2,
games now, there's at least one game that's like a crazy downpour.
right?
Yeah, it's been crazy over there, but it adds to the drama. I like it. Yeah.
Pochettino lost his mind at the end, and I'm not sure about what.
Oh yeah, he was
He
furious.
was furious about some refereeing. I don't know. I guess, the question mark is Chelsea right now, I like that City look vulnerable.
Yeah,
They're
City
there-
giving up 4 goals to anybody
Yeah.
is like, that's good.
They're there to be gotten.
It's a good sign.
Nicholas Jackson, I still don't know about. Or Nico Jackson, what does he go by? Anyway, he scored,
He scored again.
yeah, and he looked good, but he missed chances again, I think.
Again, it's very kind of Darwin-esque, a little chaotic,
Yeah.
but clearly talented.
Raheem Sterling had a great game. That's worth
Sterling,
noting.
a motivated Raheem Sterling is a dangerous player,
Yeah,
and he seemed very motivated.
for sure. I like seeing Sterling have fun.
Me too. I like his style. I like when he plays because he does play super direct when he's angry
Oh,
or like
dude.
aggressive. He just goes straight at
Gets
whoever he's
at
got
it.
in front of him. I like it. I like
I
his
probably
style.
still like it, honestly, because I just have, like,
Memories of those years he was at Liverpool.
totally. I was trying to think of the word subconscious, but
Yeah.
it's reminding me of Sturridge, Suarez, Sterling, dude, where just seeing him just run into that
He was-
box at the angle. He just goes for it.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Cuts
the
in like
aggression
a
he
shark,
goes with.
dude. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. And he's seemingly being more and more successful with it this year.
Yeah.
He started off kind of hard at Chelsea, I feel like, but he's getting into his groove.
I hope so. We'll see. Too soon to tell.
Yeah.
You know.
Long season.
Good flash of form. Hopefully he can keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea is too soon to tell. I think that's the whole story of the entire team there.
Yeah.
Too soon to tell.
We'll all have some slumps. Liverpool always have at least one month-long slump.
Yeah.
International coverage.
Our international coverage. This is what the extent of what you're going to get out of us, people.
Japan's pretty cool, right?
We're just going to talk about how cool Japan's national team is.
Yeah.
Uh,
With no real...
no real reason.
Don't have any
or-
stats.
No, just the fact that.
Don't have a recent game to reference.
But
even.
I will say, I do think this is a prime era for Japanese football.
Sure.
I think this is some of the biggest talent we've seen from Japanese football in like major leagues playing at a high level. Like, I think they could be dangerous in a tournament.
I would love to think so.
They've given people trouble with much less in tournaments.
That's true.
And they have some pretty serious. I mean, Mitoma, Takekubo, Minamino, and then you have like midfield. They got Endo.
Thank you.
Tamayasu. There's so many. Furuhashi over at Celtic. There's so many players now. Mostly they're a little heavy on the attacking side, I feel like.
What do you mean? You can't be too attacking.
But that could be just because I don't know a lot of these other players, as well. But I think they're a fun team. We obviously always love the Japanese national team.
For sure.
It's like watching Barca. They're like a Barcelona team. They just like
Right.
play super quick, intricate passing.
Yeah.
They're all very agile and fast.
I don't know if I've made this comparison on the pod, but you can really easily compare it to the way they play baseball. They're known
true.
for playing small ball, rather than sluggers.
Yeah,
and
super
going
smart
for it,
play.
Hit super technical, find gaps, and get on base.
Yep.
And just get on base.
Just
and
extreme technical sports.
Exactly.
It's what the
play
Japanese do
odds
best.
and get RBIs, And they kind of play soccer the same way.
Yeah.
Small, technical.
It really is what they
efficiently
do
as
best
possible.
as a people, I feel like, because even their skateboard scene too. If you watch like these like 13-year-old kids now that are dominating the skateboard scene right now,
Yeah.
the tricks they pull, it's all just extreme technical shit.
Absolutely insane stuff.
It's like the level of like intricacy and focus and skill these guys have is awesome. It's fun. I'm just ranting about how awesome the Japanese are now, how
That's
good they
fine.
are at everything they do.
We can definitely do that. Definitely do that.
But yeah, that was our international watch for the week because we don't care too much for these international breaks.
Yeah, that's fine.
International watch was just talking about how cool Japan is for a
We can
second.
go to the rack and pull out my cool Japan jersey that I'll never be able to wear because it's way too small.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Even if I get fit, I bought this Japan shirt cheap on eBay because that's how I do. And it was a medium, but it's definitely an Asian market medium, which is not the same
Yeah.
as an American medium.
No, it's barely an American small, I feel
Oh,
like.
dude, I wonder if I can even get that on. It would look very funny if I did. Maybe we'll do that on the Patreon.
Yeah, that could be a Patreon
Todd
content.
tries on his Japan shirt.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That'll get ugly,
Yeah, well, yeah. You can wear it for an episode. Wear it for a full episode of the Patreon.
right? So, Alex, there's one benefit to us taking so much time off.
Yeah.
One big
Yeah.
benefit.
What do you got?
We don't have to celebrate Harry Kane breaking the fastest or the best goal scoring record in 10 games or 15 games in the Bundesliga
That's true.
because
That's
his
true.
record has already been broken
Wait, what?
by Stuttgart striker Seru Girassi, a Ghanaian striker for Stuttgart. Already broke. He was scoring along with Kane during that race, but I didn't expect him to keep it up. But yeah, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have the numbers here.
I mean, how Tottenham is that of Harry Kane?
to
Should be like the most like breaking, absolutely smashing records and somehow bottle it and get beat out at the last minute by another player.
right. That's so funny, dude.
Oh
Man, I was gonna try and find the stats here live on the air, like Bill O'Reilly, but I can't, and I don't care that much.
Yeah, no. It's still just a
funny
fascinating
story, right?
Yeah.
And this is like a 27-year-old kind of journeyman striker playing
Really?
for Stuttgart.
He's
Yeah.
just found the form of
not
his
a
life.
young prodigy. Yeah,
Well, Stuttgart are top of the table?
they might be. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Stuttgart are like
Weird stuff going on in Bundesliga.
there's some
too.
weird stuff going on in Bundesliga.
Just like La Liga, we have Girona top of the league in La Liga too.
yeah, what is
The
happening?
world's topsy turvy.
I like it.
Hopefully, we get some of that in Premier League.
Yeah, right. Let's get some change.
Right?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. They are in third though. Leverkusen. I was thinking Leverkusen's top.
Oh, right.
Leverkusen's on fire.
Mm.
Absolutely on fire. They are 3 points clear. 2 points clear of Bayern at the top.
That's pretty wild.
Even high scoring Harry Kane can't catapult them past Leverkusen.
Oh my God! Please win
Granite
the title.
Xhaka's Leverkusen.
Please, 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 please.
If they don't win the league this year with him, there would be the best. It'd be
Right?
the best thing.
If Kane
that could
goes to
happen.
Bayern and doesn't win a league,
Oh,
it's just gonna be too much, dude.
it's a long shot, but it'll be really funny if it happens.
It could derail it. No, it won't happen this year. But there's already talk of Real Madrid coming in for Xabi.
Oh, really?
Xabi Alonso.
That could derail it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be the hottest manager prospect out right now.
Yeah, I think Ancelotti might have announced that he's not going to do another year, or they
Oh, really?
announced that they're not going to renew. No, I might have completely made that up. But there have been some pretty hot and heavy rumors that they're going to be in for Xabi Alonso.
It would make sense.
And pretty credible rumors that he has a clause in his Leverkusen contract allowing him to leave for both Madrid and Liverpool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And, I mean, he's earning it. He I don't know what more you can do than be in a title race even with Bayern
Yeah.
right now.
You know, I don't want him to go to Madrid because
No.
Kloppo's time is up in a couple of years.
That's the hardest thing is
Dude.
the timing. It's like, please.
I want Xavi to come to Liverpool, man.
He'd be
Handsome Spanish daddy.
he'd be he'd be your Arteta. He'd be your Mikel. Nice, handsome Spaniard on your sidelines.
But more handsome.
No. Actually, I would actually agree with you. He is more handsome. He doesn't have as good a hair, but he's more handsome.
Oh, dude. Xavi is handsome.
He's more, yeah. Did
you ever hear
Mikel's
the funny...
face is too intense for me.
Did you ever hear the Peter Crouch story?
Peter
Crouch coming to Liverpool. He's, they put players up in a hotel.
Yeah.
And Crouch is staying in this hotel, and he's flirting with the receptionist, and he's like, oh my God, this receptionist is the hottest woman on earth. And he's like he's talking to Jamie Carragher at training, like, dude, I think I have a chance. She like flirts with me and talks to me all the time.
Yeah.
And Jamie was like, oh my God, really? That's amazing. And he calls over all the boys to get Crouch to tell him.
Yeah.
And Crouch is like, you guys, this receptionist at the hotel is out of control. She's such a babe. I think I'm going to ask her out, yada, yada. And they're all like, it's fucking Xavi Alonso's wife.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, who had also like just been signed, a new teammate.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Crouchy, dude.
Crouchy was making moves on his wife.
You got to love Crouchy, dude.
Yeah, he's
the
a great
man
guy.
Truly is a national treasure.
He really is.
Who
Who would have thought when we like saw him appear in the league as like this big buffoon
Yeah.
of a player?
I'm so glad the Peter Crouch podcast became a thing.
Yeah.
It's the most, if you want player insight to the game, like on the ground player experience, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, no.
He's so honest in terms of what a player's lifestyle and experience is like. And it's just so funny, dude. He's so funny.
He's a genuinely very funny man.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Love that podcast.
Yeah, hilarious.
Anyway.
I need to put that back in my rotation of podcasts.
You should. It's one kind of like Mark Maron's podcast where like sometimes you'll see the guest and you'll be like, I don't know who that is. I don't know if I'm interested in this episode.
Yeah.
And you'll think about skipping it. But if you listen to it, it doesn't matter. It's going to be such an interesting conversation. A lot of times Peter Crouch pod is like that too. It'll be like this blah episode. And you're like, that seems like a lame one.
Yeah.
It's a lame topic.
Yeah.
And you'll skip it. But no, dude.
It's going to be good. Stick with
always
it.
listen, dude.
That's how I feel about the honeydew as well.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't know who the person is.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will skip it, but I always like when I do get back to it, I'm like, I should have listened to that. Like, this is a great podcast.
Right? Never
Just
skip
pure
Crouchy,
entertainment.
dude. It
No.
rules. Well,
It's
are
our
we done
pod advice.
let's stop plugging other podcasts and call time on our own.
All right, we can
This
do
has
that.
been chaotic. I don't know if we
Chaos.
talked about anything, but
We talked about everything though,
yeah,
and that's all that matters.
I feel like we missed some pretty crucial stuff.
Oh, we definitely did.
This is a practice episode. We're coming back. We'll be back next week on schedule.
Yeah. Let us fine tune it a bit now.
And
Feel it out.
I'll see you on the Patreon too. I got some really, 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 really fun news.
A lot of hype.
All right, y'all. See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Soccer situation.